Previously on Swan Song, Kuwagata, in a drunken rage, stumbled into the empty school. He went to the music room to converse with Amako about something. However, Amako wasn't there, but the light was still on. Exploring a bit, he found Amako and Yukachi in another room, in a bit of a compromising position. In order to not disrupt what was going on, Amako generously just waved hi to Kuwagata, who then backed away slowly from the room and just walked out of the school building. Alright. Now, this is the aftermath of that event, so let us see what happens the next day. See, Kuwagata is in line for food, and lo and behold, Yukachi is there, serving him, I think, stew. This was on the menu. So, yeah. It's kind of an awkward meeting. I mean, they're having stew for breakfast, but last night she was having sausage for dinner. Yeah. Amako sausage. Extra spicy. But a bit of a tangy aftertaste. Okay. Enough about that. It's a bit hard for me. I don't really know since there weren't that many women around me. But how do I act in these situations? I know there aren't many people who see others having sex, but it must be often that the woman in front of you is having sex with someone you know. Wouldn't you be conscious of it? I don't think I'd know how to act even if it wasn't Yuka-san, whom I adore. Even if I didn't know how to act, I didn't think I would have been able to follow through on it. So yeah, I saw you banging Amako last night. So just start out with that. Like, so you really like Amako, don't you? Say, you would do special things for him, won't you? Would you die for him? Would you die for your senpai? My legs are shaking. I'm scared. Say, knees weak. Wait, how's it go? Say, knees weak. Legs are shaking. Vomit on my sweater already. Mom spaghetti. I don't know. I forgot the lines to the 8 Mile song. I keep thinking, trying to get my mind off of reality. Oh, it's going to be off of reality really soon, trust me, because this is like a reread of an hour of video that was actually corrupted. So, yeah, I actually know it's going to happen before it happens. So, yeah, it's going to get really frustrating, FYI, so, yeah. Most people appear before I realize. I move out of their way, squat in the corner, and drink the miso soup. My nose is running, so I can't take my handkerchief away from it.
おらおら背中がしょぼくれてるぞバカ野郎
Don't you call me a baka! Something hits my curled back. I turn around and see Kawaze-san, who is happily stepping on me.
こんなところで小さくなってると踏んじゃうぞ
はい
というかもう踏んでるよ
そうですね
なんか司みたいな死体みたいな返事だな大丈夫か二日酔い
Hey, Turbo.
司くんみたいだなんてそんなあ僕なんかに構ってくれてありがとうございます
なんか気持ち悪いな
Kawaze-san stopped stepping on me. I feel a bit sad. Wow.
ゆかさんと司くんには僕の分まで幸せになってほしいです
どうしたの本当に病気なの
川瀬さんも幸せになってくださいね僕みんなのことが大好きです
うげ頼むらクワガタが
I say after Kawaze-san leaves. That night. The topic at the meeting of the administrative department tonight is about fuel. The most important fuel right now is kerosene. It's valuable because it's often used for things such as stoves and starting fires. We still have lots, but it'll be a disaster if we run out. That's why we're strictly managing it by checking both the amount acquired and the amount distributed. But the actual amount decreases. Oh god! But the actual decrease is greater than recorded. So we're talking about how this is strange. Somebody must be stealing some. If that's the case, we'll have to have people watch where we keep the kerosene. But that may be too much security. Hida thinks that we need minimal security, but doesn't want to put too many people with weapons on guard because it may have a bad effect on the people at the shelter. He thinks that it may create a gap between the people of the administrative department and everybody else. That's why he wants to keep it to a minimum. We do have a limited number of people after all. Yeah. No, thanks to those scavengers. Oh, thanks to those scavengers, yeah. That's true. Hida has such considerations probably because he's used to being in the self-defense force. I don't think so.
灯油はでも一番大事じゃないですか。それにいずれにせよもう物騒な世の中だと思うんです。ここで病院で起こったようなことが起きたらそれこそ取り返しがつかない。中途半端なことをするよりははっきりとした意思を示した方がいいような。それに問題はそのことだけじゃないです。
どういうことだい？
病院の人を収容してから避難所内のトラブルが増えてますよね。以前からあった個人のわがままも最近は度を超えたものがあるようです。このままいったらきっと問題を起こす人も出てきますよ。その前に普段から明確な威力を示していればそういった内部の不安要素に対しても抑止効果があるんじゃないですか。それでみんなの安全が保たれるなら僕らが多少嫌われたっていいと思うんです。
Oh, sorry, I was watching that scientist chick from Ready Set Go on PBS. You know, it's kind of hard for me to describe this. It's like, I want to say she's hot, but she just may be office hot, you know? Because there's a difference. There's definitely a difference between like hot people and office hot people. But you know, that's a thing for another time. And yeah, I'm going off subject because they're talking about serious shit here. So yeah, let them continue. If that's what it takes to keep everyone safe, I want mine for us to be a bit hated. Everyone looks at my face. Did I say something strange? But I want to change. I don't want to live miserable anymore. My heart is cold.
まあ正論だね。
Yeah. That guy is freaking awesome. So badass. Tano-san not.
あまり楽しいことではないけれど、いずれはそういったことも必要だろうね。
だが
Hida-san starts talking, but Tano-san stops him with his eyes.
でも今はまだ早いよ、タクちゃん。それは本当にどうしようもなくなってからだよ。とりあえず今は灯油の周りにちょっと見張りを増やすだけでいいんじゃないかな。
I'm not saying that I want to do something right away, but I don't think the people at the shelter will naturally gain morality if we leave them be. The situation will only get worse with time. There's no factor that will make it any better with time. We'll eventually need the mental attitude I talked about for sure when the anxiety increases. It's too late to think of something else at the 11th hour, so I merely wanted to make mention of it in advance. It's not like I had a special request. If they'll do it later, I think that's fine. You know, no biggie. In the end, we decided to add watch to the kerosene storage in addition to the place people sleep in. The ones in charge tonight are Tano-san and I. Tonight, Tano-san, your blade will drink blood. Lots of blood! Oh, sorry, was that a spoiler? Sorry, spoiler alert. We're both standing beside the building made of concrete blocks. We're standing under the roof so we won't be covered in snow. Tano-san is smoking, and I'm warming my hands using my breath.
タノさん、
I pick up a flashlight.
僕ら隠れてませんか？
Hide.
ん？
灯油を誰かが盗んでいるなら、僕たちが隠れてたらのこのこと出てくるんじゃないですか。
ずいぶんアグレッシブな意見だね。でも俺たちがここでこうして立ってることで十分防げるんじゃないかな。わざわざ穴を仕掛けて捕まえなくてもいいと思うよ。
You know, that may actually work out with Tanomura kind of interrupting you like that by accident. But we'll see how it rolls.
タノさんらしくないな。
そうかな。だってさ、もし盗んでるのが避難所の中の人だったら気まずいよね。
でもそんなみんなの輪を乱すような人だったら早めに見つけておかないと。
It's not that I only want to capture the thief. If the kerosene thief is going to appear, it'll probably be one he doesn't know that this place is guarded. He won't come if he finds out that there are guards here. If he does come in spite of that, it'll be after he comes up with a clever tactic, so I really don't want him coming then. That's why there's a likelihood he will appear tonight, because we just decided to start guarding this place. And there's a good chance we can catch him. The kerosene is being stolen every day, after all. All things considered, today is the best day for us to do something. Taro-san takes a drag. Slow, methodical.
それもそうだね。
He nods.
じゃあ
ただ、もし知ってる人だったら俺たちだけの話にして他の人には黙ってよ。タクちゃんはそれで OK？
Well, so you're gonna knowingly withhold vital information from the group that someone's stealing from the group in the group. Wow, Tanomura, I didn't know you were that type of person. The apocalypse will serve you well.
はい。
Thus, we hide in the darkness. Time passes by while we hold our breath.
これで誰も来なかったら俺らなんかバカみたいだね。
Oh, they'll come. Just give them time.
きっと来ますよ。
まあ来ないなら来ない方がいいんだけどね。どうも誤解されてるようだけど、俺は本来平和主義者なんだよ。
I'm not gonna call bullshit on that because of the, future events. Spoiler alert. Tanomura-san smiles wryly. Pacifist, my ass. But Tanomura-san, the pacifist's wish goes in vain, and a thief appears. Climbing over the destroyed wall, figures appear from outside. There are two figures, neither holding a light.
部外者か。
Tanomura-san narrows his eyes and tries to observe the figures. I strain my eyes too, but I can only see blurs since I don't have good eyesight. The figures look around as they approach the shed containing the kerosene. It's a small building made of concrete blocks, and it was originally a structure where the school kept its kerosene and stoves.
タクちゃん、ビンゴだ。
Tanomura-san whispers and grips his metallic stick. Sorry.
ビンゴ？
Bingo!
この間の病院のあれをやった連中だよ。追いかけていってみたろ。よくまだこの辺をうろうろしてられるもんだね。今日はきっちりと捕まえよう。死者の恨みを晴らしてやんなきゃ。
When you say capture them for good, do you mean kill them with your sword? I mean, because, I'm really down for that. Yeah. Tanomura-san says something dangerous, but his eyes are gentle like always. Oh, that guy is a complete monster, man. He just hides it really well.
飛び出しますか？
He's an animal!
いや、今は警戒してるから飛び出してもすぐに逃げられちゃうかもしれない。それに連中は3人いたはずだから、もう1人が近くで警戒してるかもしれないし。
じゃあどうするんですか？
ここは黙っていて あいつらが帰っていくのを追跡する。ほら見なよ、今日はポリタンクなんか持っていこうとしてるぜ。あれなら後をつけるなんて簡単だよ。
でも僕たちは2人ですよ。
Yeah, that's enough. There's two of us, three of them, so yeah. The odds are slightly in their favor, but yeah, we'll see.
相手の人数が多すぎるようなら後でまた考えてもいいけれど、油断しているところを狙うならこれくらいの人数差はなんともないよ。とにかく相手の隠れ家を見つけたい。いいかな。
わかりました。
The two young men wearing fancy clothes each carry a poly tank over their shoulders while they go over the fence. The wind isn't that strong, but it's enough to silence our footsteps. First of all, we're not making much sound since we're walking in snow, and the sky is pitch black without any light. They won't find us as long as we watch out for breaking something or falling into a hole. Even though I know that, I'm still nervous. It's hard to keep the right distance, too. We'll lose them if we're too far away, and they'll notice if we get too close. My heart is pounding, and I think Town-san might notice it since he's walking next to me. We're getting farther away from the school, and the light from the gym is only a small sparkle when I turn around. Then they turn and walk off in a direction people usually won't go. Soft snow is piled up. The shallow parts only come up to my knees, but some places come up to my waist. About to say rest. The ones in front of us are having trouble too, as they're setting down the tanks and resting occasionally. They must be relaxed now that they're away from the school. They're talking loudly, and I can't pick up their voices since they're carried by the wind.
たくめんどくせえな。なんで俺がこんなことしなきゃいけねえんだよ。
I hear one of them speak.
これだけ持ってくれば当分はゆっくり引きこもれるぜ。そしたら楽しもうぜ。
ち、俺も残って見張りやりたかったよ。
じゃんけんで負けたんだから仕方ないじゃん。文句言うなよ。
These guys sound like assholes. Let's put them out of their misery. They put the tanks down and stretch out. We hide in the snow just in case.
くっそ。あいつ今頃一人で楽しんでんだろうな。
帰ったらまたやりゃいいじゃんか。
そうだな。
俺はあいつ飽きたな。もう片付けちゃって明日また別なの連れてこようぜ。
The two laugh.
早くつかねえかな。やりたくなってきたよ。たまんねえ。
そんなこと言うから俺もたまんなくなってきたじゃんか。
The fuck is this? They pick up the tanks and start walking again. I can feel my heart getting cold as I listen. I get a strange feeling. So, this is what it means to hate someone from the bottom of your heart. I've never gotten this anger before. It's an emotion filled with stable silence. And it's much easier than condemning myself. Violent power fuels my body! So, are you ready to commit extreme acts of violence, Kuwagata? You sure you can take it? You're not gonna pussy out of me, are you? They eventually enter an abandoned factory. I see a faint, familiar logo on the gate. It's a soy sauce company. Soy sauce! It makes everything better. Sorta, kinda, maybe. I kinda like duck sauce, but, you know. Teach his own. Old, crumbling buildings are standing within the dark premises surrounded by a fence. The main buildings were destroyed by the earthquake, but the damage looks natural even without the earthquake. Just like Detroit. That's how old and worn out this place is. The paint is chipping off everywhere, and the exposed reinforced steel is covered with rust, making it look like blistered skin. A huge cylindrical tank has collapsed into the snow. Many iron pipes have bent and are covered in snow like barren trees in winter. And on a faraway wall, there's graffiti of a butterfly, and the words, "Ethan Mars was here," written under it. The men pass in between and under them to go to. Oh, goddamn. The men pass in between and under them to go to the back. They then enter a building made of concrete.
中は音がよく反響しそうだね。
Not if you move slow enough, it won't. Swan peeks inside from the entrance, then turns around. He's right. The floor and walls are made of concrete, and even a small sound will echo through the building.
しかしよくもまあこんな込み入ったところに住み着いてるもんだ。一応他者の侵入を警戒してるのかな。
やりにくいですね。一旦帰って人を呼んできますか。
だね。万全を期すならその方が。
We're not here to play it safe, Tanamura. Let's play loose, fast, and very, very reckless. Because these people need to die. Sorry, it's my bloodlust getting in the way of the story. I apologize. But you know, come on. In the wasteland, you have certain... Well, you pick up on things really fast. It's like, is this guy an asshole? Is he going to kill me? Is he going to help me or give me something for a favor? You know, the wasteland is really, really simple. You kill or you get killed. Or you make alliances with people. It becomes somewhat more diplomatic than, you know, a killing machine, but you know, you still have those killing parts to you. Kind of in there just as, you know, for safekeeping. In case you never know. Tano-san is speaking when... A young woman's voice comes from within the building.
泣いてやがる。助かると思ってんのかなこいつ。バカじゃねえの。ほんと頭悪いな。おめえはここで俺らに殺されるのに決まってるじゃん。わかんないのかな。そこに転がってるやつ見ろよ。俺たちが何するか大体分かってんだろ。どうして自分だけは特別に助かるとか思えるかね。わがままな子だ。いけないな。
Hear the men's happy voices. Tanamura-san frowns and clucks his tongue.
やめてください。お願いです。何でもしますから。
何でも？何してくれるんだ？
何でも望むことなら。
お前に望むことなんかねえよ。ははははは。泣いてんじゃねえよ。じゃあしゃぶるか。少なくとも俺が気持ちいい間は生きられるぞ。
私に舐めさせてください。お願いします。
だけど引き伸ばそうとして手を抜きやがったら終わりにするからな。真剣にやるんだぞ。まあ言った後のことは保証しねえけどな。
These guys are all assholes. Let's kill them. Quietly.
俺はどうも退屈だな。何しよっかな。じゃあ背中にナイフ刺してもいい？こうぐさっとさ。あはは、泣いてる。いいね。その表情はいいよ。僕ちゃん勃起しちゃった。じゃあ入れてやろっかな。
I can hear a cry of pain. Tanamura-san points to the side of the building and points at himself. Seems he's suggesting that he's going to sneak into the side while I go from the back, from the front, so I can attack from both sides. Well, we can attack from both sides. Well, actually, yeah, so that I can attack from both sides because, you know, yeah, reasons. Tanamura-san, let's just move through the same part of the building. Let's not split up. I nod back, and Tanamura-san starts moving with stealth, ninja speed. I carefully try not to make any sounds as I enter the building. There's a room on the left side at the end of the hallway where lights and voices are coming from. I hear sounds as if they're stirring mud.
お前ら二人ともよくそんなんできるな。もうそいつ汚くなってるじゃん。俺はできねえよ。
One of them sounds stunned.
まあせっかく開通してやったんだし、本人が気持ちよくなるまでは使ってやりたいじゃん。メイドの土産ってやつ？おっと、俺の舐めたまま泣くなよ。噛むところだったじゃねえか。ただでさえ下手くそなんだから気入れてやれよ。
I peek inside the room. I see people in the back of the dim room.
ほら、こっちも腰振れよ。俺動くのだるいんだよ。
How about I penetrate your body with my rod? I mean, still rod. I mean, oh shit. I mean, sword. Sword. Damn it. It's not a laughing matter, but you know, I gotta make some light of the situation because, damn it, man, I just want to kill these people. But this asshole doesn't. Let's see, how long do you stand watching this shit before you actually do anything? I'm gonna count. Now, there are 3 figures moving in the back of the room. The first thing that comes into my eyes is a girl with disorderly clothes. She's wearing a school uniform, loose socks, and sneakers. Her school uniform is pulled up, and the sweatpants she must have on, has been wearing under her skirt are lying at her feet. Her soft-looking breasts are shaking every time her body moves. Isn't she still a girl? In her mouth is the penis of the man in front of her. Her lower half is connected with the man behind her. The 2 men aren't moving. The girl is moving her head, mouth, and hand while twisting her hips. The 2 men are watching her, grinning. The girl's face is covered in tears, showing despair, fear, and sadness. Hey! Oh.
刺激が足んねえよ。
The man in her mouth grabs her head and pushes his hips forward. The girl chokes on it for a second, but she quickly starts sucking on the man's dick again. She's putting the dick deeper in her mouth now. She's showing pain, but she's not trying to take it out of her mouth now.
必死だな。羨ましいな。こっちももっと気持ちよくしてくんないか？
The girl is in a bad posture, but she braces her legs and moves her hips.
いまいちだな。
いくらなんでもそんな体勢じゃ無理だろうさ。
Another man is looking at them from a bit away.
仕方ねえ
The man connected to her grabs her hips with both his hands and starts moving. She lets go of the penis in her mouth because of the pain. The man grabs her hair and thrusts his dick back. Oh, goddamn. The man grabs her hair and thrusts his dick back into her throat.
噛んだら終わりだからな。
The girl's face distorts in fear, and the man laughs. The girl's throat and crotch are being penetrated. I can see even from this distance that the girl is shaking violently. Surprised, but the overwhelming fear must have finally exceeded her pain. Her eyes are wide open. Her body is tense, and she's trembling as if convulsing. Tanomura-san hasn't appeared yet. Is it harder than he thought to go around the back, or is he hiding somewhere waiting for a chance? Either way, I don't think I can endure watching the scene by myself anymore. The ringing in my ears won't stop.
なんかお前ら楽しそうだな。
The one watching murmurs boredly and kicks something by his feet. It's round like a ball. It bounces a bit, rolls, and hits the girl's stomach. The thing is a severed woman's head. The long black hair is pulled around his face.
汚ねえな。
The man grabs the hair and throws it back, but it travels too far. It goes over the man's head and falls into the conveyor belt behind him. It bounces with unpleasant sounds that make me want to cover my ears. It went bonk bonk. I even had made such sounds. Can you believe it? I noticed that my legs are trembling. Something like a thick gas is filling my body. Such an intense feeling. The meters are off the scale, so I have no idea if it's fear, anger, or any other emotion. The overwhelming amount makes the quality meaningless. Something hot is burning my brain. Maybe all emotions are ultimately the same: sadness, anger, and fear. Am I pretty composed for being able to think like this? Aha! I like to think so, but my body is different. It's numb. My ears are pulsing. The bar in my hand is shaking ridiculously. I hug it, fearing that it may hit the wall and make a sound. The men's breathing and the sound of their movements are getting louder. They aren't laughing anymore. They're frantically thrusting their dicks into the girl. The girl is completely unresponsive, but moves her mouth so that the dick won't fall out and braces her legs so the man behind her won't slip out. Three are connected, moving rhythmically like a toy. The places where they're connected are wet. It's a terrible sight. I feel that it's a terrible sight. It's stimulating, and my mind and body are numb, but it's not painful. If I compared it, it's not as painful as the time I saw Yuka-san doing back then. I don't want to say it, but it's true. How could it be? The scene of normal... Oh god, that scene of normal fucking is more painful to me than this inhuman scene. I thought I had more benevolence, but it seems I'm a cruel egotist. I have the wrong idea about myself. First of all, why am I comparing her to Yuka-san? Disgusted at myself. But I still have to do something. Even though I'm worthless, I'm only another one here. I tell myself to calm down and check this situation again. I look around and notice things I haven't noticed before. I can think about things I couldn't think about before. The three men seem to be around my age. They have about the same build, but I think they're used to fighting more than me. But what if I went ready to kill? Even though they may have experience in fighting, I don't think Japanese teens nowadays are used to killing each other. I think they killed at least one woman here and damn it. I think they killed at least one woman here and many people at the hospital, but those were more one-sided murders. They may not be used to their targets fighting back. What if I oppose them with everything I have? Furthermore, they haven't noticed me and are in the middle of having sex. I hear that wild animals are most defenseless when they're eating. I see knives in their pants pockets. Knives are a threat, but my bar is obviously longer, and the sharp metal tip should serve more than enough as a weapon. I don't know how to compare our power, but maybe I'm not at a completely disadvantageous position. Oh god, wow. Woo, that is a mouthful. No pun intended. Sorry, lady. I think weapons with longer range have always had an advantage in the battlefield. Oh my god, why are you... Yeah, this guy is actually thinking about fucking strategy games while this woman's being raped in front of him. It's like, yeah, my first instinct is to take that steel pipe and to thrust it through the chest of one of those men. And after I do that, immediately take it out of his chest and then just hit the other man across the head with it. And then after he goes down to the ground, just stab him in the head with it. And then rip it off his head and deal with the other guy in the back. Yeah. See, my plan is simple. I think weapons with longer range have always had an advantage in the battlefield, even during the Sengoku era, such as guns over bows, bows over spears, and the spears over swords. I've heard that it was more useful at times to throw rocks instead of attacking with swords or spears. Well, that's all the information I've got from the guy who built up a strategy game. Not all conditions are disadvantageous for me. At the very least, I'm not completely powerless. Actually, you are powerless because you're a bit of a pussy right now. You're not doing anything but analyzing the situation. Which, you know, it doesn't serve her well because basically she's still being raped, and by the time they're done with her, you know, you're still gonna be like analyzing shit like, oh my god, you're gonna watch as she's being like brutally murdered by these two assholes who are raping her right now. So yeah, that's just my thought of the situation. Now, okay. Then the greatest disadvantage is the fact that it's 1 against 3. I'll take them by surprise and at least disarm one of them. Well, I think that is doable. If there are 2 of them, I could fight the remaining 1, and I'd definitely be at an advantage because I'd have the momentum. If there were gotta slow down, take your time. If there were only 2 enemies in this situation, my victory would be possible, even though it might not have a high probability. But there are 3 of them in reality. That means there'll be two of them left if that be 1. I won't be able to beat them in that situation unless a miracle occurs. I wish I could disable 2 when I attack them by surprise, but it's not realistic unless Thanos-san. This is when my equation of victory fails. I don't think it's possible no matter what. I regret now that Thanos-san went around to the back. We certainly have a higher chance of winning with him coming around the back and having us attacking from both sides, but it does no good if he's not showing up. Where the fuck is he anyway? But I can't just wait for Thanos-san here. If they reach orgasm and stop having sex, my chance of victory would decrease drastically and the girl may be killed. Yeah, that's not really helping out since you're still talking. You're having this like a great internal struggle whether or not to help her or not. Yeah. I try to take action, but my imagination stops me. Fear seizes me when I think about failing. See that severed head? I'll be like that if I lose. I'll be killed and have my head cut off. There's no way they'd use anesthetics. Oh, fucking really? Come on. First of all, think about it. Who is the girl that's being raped? I have no reason to put my life in danger for that girl. She's not someone I know. There's nothing inconvenient. There's nothing inconvenient even if she dies right here. If anything, I'll have a guilty conscience that I abandoned her. But even in that case, I only abandoned her for the sake of my own life. I did nothing wrong as a living creature, so I merely have to convince myself afterwards. It's possible, right? Even the law wouldn't punish someone who couldn't do anything in this situation. I watch the girl as she's being raped like a puppet with an empty expression. I think, my life or helping someone. Which one's more important? My life's more important. It's obvious. Even if this girl dies in front of my eyes, I'll just cry a lot. Then forget about it in about a week or so. That's how it's always been. My humanitarianism is only an instantaneous emotion. After all, it's not that it's natural for me to give up because this is a difficult situation. What I've always done is think about my worries. Keep worrying about it and wait until there's no need for me to choose. Essentially, I don't want to suffer any loss for anybody else's sake. See? I'm persistently thinking about such things and wasting time even as we speak. I keep pretending to be troubled and I'm waiting for my responsibility to disappear by having the girl killed or having Thanos-san appear. And if everything fails, I'm going to cry. I'm going to say how sad it was. How sad it is and say how terrible the world is. What have I been saying until now? Is it really the world that's terrible? This is ridiculous. It's always been like this. I don't want that. I don't care about myself anymore. I mutter in my head, and the trembling slowly subsides. Emotion has disappeared, and my body feels light. It's as if a devil who's been binding me has escaped my body. The men who are raping the girl are moving quickly to come to the finish. The other one is looking down and moving something in his mouth. Is he eating canned food? The fuck? So, what? Yeah. It's not enough you gotta rape her, you gotta insult her by eating out of a can while she's, servicing you unwillingly. Man, these guys are real assholes. Let's just kill them, man. Come on. What the fuck are you waiting for, Kawagata? I know you're a piece of shit. But you're just fondling her breasts? What the fuck, man? I recall how they hold the Yakuzas in the Yakuza movies. Grip the end of the bar by the waist and run straight at my target. The man eating out of the can knows it's me. I can't turn back now. I'll probably die here. But for some reason, I calmly accept that fact. This town has less people now, so each of our roles is much more important. My dirty nature would probably pollute this weak world First of all, the mistake was that someone like me survived when the earthquake occurred, and when many people died. If I could take at least one of them with me, Tanomura-san would probably save the girl. Then a better person will stay in this world in my place. Is that what you mean by throwing a shrimp to catch a whale? I think it's a wonderful idea. Isn't it a good idea, considering me? Oh, come on, dude! Stop fucking talking! Just do it already! Fuck! I try to force a smile when the tip of the bar pierces into... Oh, there we go. I try to force a smile when the tip of the bar pierces into the man who was about to turn around. He deflected the tip, but it wasn't enough to redirect the bar. My force is enough to make the bar pierce through him, and I can't stop and roll him to the other side. It's about damn time. Such a lovely sight. I turn around, still on my butt, and see that he's crouched with his face on the ground. The bar is pierced through his side and is sticking out his back. Looks like a meat on a stick. I missed the center, but he shouldn't be able to do anything now.
やった
I scream. I can feel my face smiling. I fulfilled my role. Alright, now take your pole out the guy and stick it into the other guy. He's convulsing and moaning.
大丈夫か
Does he look okay? Yeah, I can't believe you just asked that question. Are you alright? His friend calls out, unable to hide his shock. Gee, this is what happens when you rape people. A red puddle spreads below him. His grimaces and cries.
おい平気かよ
There's someone to save you now. Just accept the fact. And die like the dog you are. The two are flustered. The man doesn't answer, but moans, gasps for breath. My happiness quietly cools down at the sight. I forgot about it. The man is human too. Man, fuck him. Kill the other ones too. I suddenly get scared of what I did. I don't regret it. I don't think I did something wrong, but I'm scared. The two men start walking towards me with anger in their faces, but I can't stand up because of fear. No, it's not like I'm trying to stand up and beat them. I don't have a weapon. Even if I'm to run away, the wall is behind me and the exit is behind them. They're both holding knives. Even if I fight back in this situation, my end probably won't change by much. I know, but I have the responsibility of buying more time until Tanomura arrives. I throw anything that touches my hand. I don't know what I throw. I don't know what I threw, but it hits them and shatters. So I realize that I'm throwing empty bottles. There must be lots of empty bottles since this was a soy sauce factory. But they aren't much of a weapon. I can't expect much other than slowing them down. The two silently draw near. Even while covered with glass shards, they are glaring at me with vicious eyes. They're like wild beasts.
よくもやりやがってね
He smiles happily when I almost come into the knife's range. His friend who was stabbed, and he's considering the one who... Okay. Oh my god, come on. Kawagata. Okay. He smiles happily when I almost come into the knife's range. His friend was stabbed, and he's cornering me, the one who did it. But he's smiling. The moment I think that he's a detestable guy.
お待たせ。結局裏回れなかったよ。ごめん。
Tano-san appears and scratches his head apologetically.
あ、君らその子俺の連れなんだ。悪いこと言わないからその光り物しまってくれないかな。
Tanomura-san speaks in a cheerful voice, unsuitable for this place. The men turn around and falter. Tanomura-san's attitude is that bizarre. Tano-san signals me using his chin. My body has gotten light with his appearance, so I get up and distance myself. The two turn around to face me. Okay. But can I move since Tanomura-san is behind them?
なんだお前は
The man raises his voice. That's the guy that's gonna fuck you up. Hardcore. It's like, you know the way you were sinking your thing into that girl? Well, his sword, it's been very, very lonely this entire time throughout the apocalypse. And it needs some company. It needs the warmth of a body, of a cavity. And it's like, you have two that are very, very willing to serve as my blade. So, yeah. Let's do this.
残念だけどクズどもに名乗る名前はないな。
Tanamura's smile disappears. Such lovely sounds. But where's the blade? Cutting into flesh. It was easy after that. It didn't matter that there were two of them or that they had knives. Tano-san quickly knocks them unconscious. He does it so well that it makes me look stupid for being so desperate.
ごめん。これなら変な作戦立てる必要なんか全然なかったね。こんな弱いとは思わなかったんだ。まったく面目ない。
You're sorry. I'm sorry. Tano-san looks really sorry and bows an apology.
いや、いいんですよ。結果としてうまくいきましたから。
I'm taken aback because Tano-san's gallant figure is still engraved in my mind.
でもタクちゃんすごい勇気だね。見直しちゃったよ。
そんな、僕なんか結果的には何も。
More importantly, I'm worried about the girl. She's lying there, powerlessly, without moving at all. Her body's exposed, but she doesn't try to hide it. She can't. I get near her, see that her chest is moving up and down. She's still breathing. She's still alive. I'm relieved. Just until a moment ago, I couldn't imagine myself surviving and caring for her like this. It's not like I was of any use, but I'm proud that I did my best and witnessed the result. When she's saved, I may really be able to change. The girl opens her eyes slightly and looks at me.
大丈夫。
I try to be cool and wrap my hand around her back to lift her in my arms, but something cold touches my hand. I look at it and see that white liquid is stuck to my hands. Wow. Ugh. Her body is covered with the same thing, causing a bad smell. There are many annoying things I don't get. They did something good, so why is nobody praising them? Hipari! Alright, so, okay, let me see if I got something with this. And if I do, I'm going to actually I gotta edit the shit out of this because, yeah, I gotta blur out some stuff. But, other than that, hopefully this was a good recording session. Kind of just started stumbling at the end, so may have to take a quick break and come back when I compose myself, because when I come back, we enter new and exciting territory for... Ow! Damn it! Oh, man. Prick my finger. Son of a bitch. Wow. That is sharp. What the hell is that? Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bleeding, so I'm okay. Alright. Alright.